I see 20 or 30 girls come in here every day. From small towns with big dreams. Some girls crack under the pressure. You're going to be great.
It seems like getting involved in a Nicolas winning Refn film is an interesting experience just from the very beginning. How did it start for you?
For me, it was being in a Nick Refn film was in a way a dream, because he has such a unique universe. He lives in his different worlds, and so being a part of that was always wanted to be. But then it's like, when is he ever going to do a movie that stars like a young girl as the lead, or just with women, because he's like he's been males, the lead characters with the movies that he's done. And then I heard that he's doing this film in the fashion world that has a 16-year-old girl in it, and it's about models, and you're like, whoa, okay, so this sounds so different, and I really want to be a part of it.
Well, some years ago, I woke up one morning and I realized I wasn't beautiful, but my wife was, and I was like, I wonder what that would be like as a horror film, to make a film about beauty. Plus I got teenage daughters, and they're being exposed in a new kind of digital age where beauty is even more dominating than it was when we were growing up. And that kind of led me to this idea of doing a film in LA.
It's like you have a general meeting and you've done a couple of auditions, and you know that you're being tested, but you don't know how to get the A, and you're just trying to be yourself, but you're trying to guess, how can I pretend that I'm more like Gigi? Maybe if I act like a vicious narcissist, I'll get the job or something.
It's fascinating to me that the film evolves as it's being made, that it's shot in order and things change. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we shot in chronological order, which I had never done before, but was so helpful, especially with the character, because she has a big transformation. And while you're going, it's so spontaneous, because we have a script, obviously, but the script that we have is very different from the movie that you see on screen. Because constantly you're discovering new things. So you're like, well, we discovered this, so now this scene just doesn't work anymore. We have to change it.
The relationship between you and the actress becomes very intimate, because we're not going on a blueprint. We're actually going of what feels right. So it becomes very much about finding a relationship that's all about trust, at the same time, free fall creatively to see where we're going to end up. So I would say it's pretty playful, actually.
It is playful. The fact that you mentioned that, I think on both films we've worked together, I've been in the first or the second day of shooting.
Yeah.
I always come in at the beginning, so...
But it's a great way to start.
Yeah.
Why not start with the best?
Watching the film, there's some differences. Obviously, with editing, that always happens, but he really does, in the moment. He has really strong ideas, and then, I saw him work even with the camera, where he'll have an idea of a scene, or he'll talk to you about a scene, and then as you're there, he might see something else and shoot it a different way. And when you watch the movie, or at least I have the experience that when I'm watching it, I feel like it's a really disciplined filmmaker. And yet he communicates that discipline happens, I think, because he is in the moment when he's making the movie, that it's not, that somehow it comes together with what's supposed to be.
Well, I'm extremely superstitious. Extremely. Even while making the movie, I would have a tarot reading every weekend by Aliena Jodorowsky from Paris, via Skype, about the film. So I'm very, very superstitious. But a lot of the superstition is also based around that I love this sense of not really knowing where we're going to end up, kind of have an idea about it. And when I get to the ending, it's like, okay, now this is what I want it to become. And that to me is much more fun, because I love the act of creativity. The result to me is, that's all about ego and vanity and all those great, wonderful things. But it's really not about living. And, working is where we have this kind of feel life. That's why it's so important that whoever you make movies with, that it's someone that you enjoy, because it takes an awfully lot of your time.
dangerous. You're a dangerous girl. She was right. I am dangerous.